Welcome back, everybody. So we spent a bunch of time working on this driveway, trying to get it usable so that we could get the backhoe up to the top. I probably should have filmed it, but we ended up getting the backhoe up to the top today, and now we're officially starting the dirt work up on the house pad. So me and Junior are on our way up.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go for it.
So I'm gonna be using my shovel, and my dad's gonna be using the backhoe. Is that kind of weird? I'm using a shovel.
Yep.
And my dad's using a big machinery.
Yep. And we're gonna get this all done. So camera doesn't really do it justice, but we'll record the drive up to the house pad. Hard to tell, but we added about 3 feet of fill down here. Let's move this out. You can see how gnarly this thing is. I don't know if you can really tell in the camera, but that's about a 20% grade. And here's the house pad, where the house pad's going to be. We've got a lot of digging left to do, and you can see all the rock that's there. This is where the garage is going to eventually go. That's the next process. You can see quite a bit of rock. We'll park the terraced over there. Did you get your shovel, buddy? Junior's got his shovel. He's going to dig this all out by hand. And maybe I'll have him do all this rock over here. We're going to see how well that goes. You can see we got some trees that we've been clearing out of the way, and this is probably going to be the hardest part of this. Is we've got this big rock outcropping in here, but all this looks like fairly decent digging. we should be able to get that knocked out fairly quick. This is our test hole for the geotechnical guys. They needed to be able to analyze our ground, which, you know, they could come up here and kind of get a pretty good look at it and understand that. But you can see this is kind of the corner post where we're going to flatten everything out and dig all this out back here so that we can get everything in. And then down in here is going to be where we're going to cut and we're going to fill, so we end up with a fairly nice little level spot that we can put a fire pit and area to kind of hang out.
So guys, my dad, I don't like what he's using. See, I don't really like writing in that. So that's why I'm going to dig it out by hand.
We've been digging hard on the hillside here, trying to get everything cut in so that we can get the foundation poured and at least get the ICFs going here in the next couple months. You can see it's just a ton of rock. Knew that coming into this, but wasn't really sure how it was all going to play out. Fortunately, everything's fairly fractured. I don't know if you can see, you know, this piece right here. As we come down on it, everything has been, you know, so far kind of breaking apart, coming out in these big chunks. We do have a couple of big pieces that a little bit more solid than others. You can see big boulder coming out here. That was attached to that guy, but what I'm finding is as I'm digging in on the sides, those guys start loosening up, and I'm able to usually grab them from the top and kind of rip them out. So far so good, but we'll see, you know, how this progresses. Pretty much everything that I can do myself without having to hire somebody in to come and rip some of this stuff out for me is just money in our pockets. I did measure a bunch of stuff out yesterday, and this is pretty close to the corner where I need to dig, so you can see how much I've got left. I've got a good, you know, 30 feet cut in here, and it kind of rounds in, and just been avoiding getting into this area. I've got a pretty solid rock outcropping over here that I just started messing with yesterday, and we're working our way back in here. So, but you can see there's the potential for, you know, some harder rocks. You can see this guy sticking out of the ground right here. I've hit a couple of these and they've come out okay, but we'll see how it goes. It's not doing too bad. So this is our fill area that I've been filling. It's definitely eating more material than I expected, which is good and bad. It's luckily right now a ton of material, but it's taken longer to get this built than I expected. You can see where I stopped with the string line right here. This is going to all get filled in. It'll be terraced off a couple, probably like 3 feet lower than the house pad. So you can see we're just kind of pushing it down, but a couple of trees in here that have to come out, and we'll just get this all filled in, and it'll add to the amount of space, the amount of level ground that we have. building on a hillside like this, being able to capitalize on any cut and fill to create some flat land is huge. Trying to have a picnic on the side of the hill, especially a rocky, nasty one that's pretty steep, isn't exactly fun. So getting this all terraced off is going to be really awesome. So moving all this dirt, or rock really, isn't the easiest, but we haven't done too bad. So check out these clips of I guess me ripping rock out of the side of this thing and moving it.